printer whirred to life and spit out a piece of paper. "You're a lifesaver," the woman said, holding out her hand for the resume and tucking the USB drive safely back into her bag. "It's no problem. If you'll take a seat, I'll let Mr. Hill know you're here. Thank you." The woman sat down next to him, giving him a nod and a smile. She held the resume loosely, careful not to crease it, and waited patiently. The receptionist looked worried when she hung up the phone. "Miss, I'm sorry. Mr. Hill is not actually in the office today." The woman rose and walked toward the reception desk. "I don't understand." She sounded utterly defeated. "His secretary said he took the day off. There aren't any appointments on his calendar." She seemed to deflate. "Well, I guess I don't have to be embarrassed about showing up late. The only thing more embarrassing than showing up late is showing up on the wrong day. I'll double-check my notes. I must have written it down wrong. Thank you. You've been more than kind. I hope your grandson wins the contest." He caught a glimpse of the woman's pink cheeks as she turned to go, and she left the building as quickly as she'd entered it. He put away his phone and approached the desk, giving the receptionist a 1,000-watt smile. "I'm sorry. I've been called away unexpectedly and won't be able to stay for my meeting with Mr. Matthews." She smiled back at him. "Would you like me to deliver a message?" He handed her a white card with the word "Succedo" on the front in raised black lettering. "Please see that he receives this as soon as possible. And tell him I'll be available by phone after 2 p.m. He has my number." The man left the building and headed for the parking garage to his left. The temperature was still in the high 50s and quite mild for early November. But the colder weather he loathed would arrive all too soon. The woman who was having a colossally bad day was up ahead, walking a little slower now. He followed her into the garage and quickened his stride, catching up to her on the landing of the stairwell that connected the first and second levels. When he was close enough to reach out and touch her, she turned around and they slapped their palms together in a victorious high five. Ian pulled Kate into his arms and squeezed her tight. "Too smooth," she said, smiling and running the back of her hand along his clean-shaven cheek. He lowered his mouth to hers, and her bag slipped off her shoulder and landed on the concrete floor. "I thought we weren't going to break cover until we were in the car," she said, between kisses. "I couldn't wait that long, sweetness," he murmured against her mouth. "You know delayed gratification isn't really my thing." She pulled back and looked up at him, her expression hopeful. "How did I do?" "You were incredible. I'm so proud of you." Something came over me when the receptionist stuck that flash drive into her computer. That something was the thrill of penetration. You'll be chasing it from now on. I felt like such a bad girl. I was going to say hacker. I like bad girl better. I bet you do. No wonder you like manipulating people so much. It's just so... The word you're looking for is arousing. Yes, that's it exactly. She kissed him and ran her fingers through his hair, which he hadn't cut since the wedding. Why bother? Kate liked it long. He hooked her leg around his hip, causing the skirt of her business suit to ride up, and deepened the kiss because there were few things he enjoyed more than kissing his wife. When he finally pulled away, he reached for her hand and led her up the stairs. There are so many explicit thoughts running through my head about what I'd like to do to you in this stairwell, but we should probably be going. I've found that after infecting a network with that much malware, it's never a bad idea to be on your way. The Escalade had been swapped out for a white Lincoln Navigator on their way back from Roanoke Island, and Ian unlocked the car and opened Kate's door. "Now what?" she asked as he slid behind the wheel and headed for the exit. He yanked on his tie to loosen it. "Now comes the part when I get to explain to the client